Welcome back to another Hockey in Our Nation live show with the hockey coach, global coach Francis, directly for the beautiful country of Thailand. One amazing, great Thursday night, April 25th, 2024. And well, we have a breaking news in the world of the Hockey Nation live show. The return and the comeback of Stu Picasso. Welcome back, Stu. Welcome in the house. Long time without Stu Picasso. Big fans of the Boston Bruins. Long time, my friend. We miss you, we really miss you. People asking me where is Stu, and doing okay. Not perfect, but we're not complaining. But we love to hear from you. What happening to you? What make you? What happening? That's it. Just curious about what's going on with you, and glad to have you aboard. Vinny James 007 back in the house tonight on the great Thursday night. Sebastian number 2 is in the house. The moderator, the double moderator, Luciano Graziano and Enoch Tap are in the house tonight. And we have, honestly, Nicolas de Gobi Bonno knocked the door at some point. I know he was around. And we have a couple of people talking about this. And yes, people already start about, the pass away of the legend, the Hall of Famer, the broadcaster, Bob Cole. Bob was been, the Mr. Hockey, I believe, the Saturday night in Canada. He's been there for many, many years, and he was a legend for the world. The people a little bit more watching the hockey in the English side. This is a monument for the people, and you're absolutely right about this. I have to clock in, but salute to a great show tonight. Welcome to Not a Problem, my friend. Then we have Mr. For you, knock the door. For you back in Montreal, hopefully doing well for you. And glad to see you. RJ Calabo is in the house. Here we go with the update about this. It's great to have each one of you guys, and glad to have you aboard. Yes, we have a fun thing. What happening tonight? People asking me, what are you going to do tonight? But, since the beginning of the playoff, I do all the live streaming game by game every night. But in fact, like the game starts at 7 o'clock tonight, 7:30, and we have no game after that. I say, you know what? We're going to look about the boat game is going on right now, and then we're going to, after that, talking about what's going on with the Montreal Canadiens, the NHL. It's just, watching what is happening on each matchup and what they are after 2 or 3 games. If you follow tonight, the Carolina Hurricanes lead right now 3-1 at the end of the second period, about approximately 4 minutes whatsoever. The Islanders have most shot on the net. Patrick Roy removed the goaltender at $8 million Zorokin, and then bring back Varlamov. And for the Toronto and Tampa Bay Lightning, the Florida Panthers is 3-2 so far at the end of the second period. So the subject tonight, guys, is going to be review the series matchup. Let's talk the Montreal Canadiens and the NHL news we got for you. If you follow me, today I talk about the Habs goalies good enough to make a team a playoff. Do you believe Primo Montembeault are the one can carry on the team to the playoffs? Some of you thinking they can make the playoff next season. So that was my video today. And then I talk about the organization, inside the organization, Montreal Canadiens, who are the next goaltender with the Montreal Canadiens. So I talk about Tobesh, I talk about Fowler, and a little bit about the Miller and Volunkin. And finally, there are 2 other goaltenders, Verbetic and Croteau. So this is the one you can watch about this if you follow me on the other side on my channel, French channel, my Suncran 2024. It's a video about 1 hour. I show to you what I did around that time of the year. There's a night of the retrieval tonight because Igor Pereira is in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Igor, welcome back, my friend. Long time again. Glad to see you, Stu and Igor, by the way. What about the LDP knocked the door? Hopefully doing well. Heading home from the gym, I believe. And RJ with all the stuff. Has been doing great. Montreal coach, I apologize. I've been here a lot. I've been busy with work. I'm trying to change my position because it's kind of screwed with a lot of my daily. It's okay for you, we understand. We appreciate you stop by, say hi. Run with Kings, moderator number 3 is in the house. And then Maurice Robillard pour le Franco, c'était René Lecavalier, Richard Carnot. I agree with you on that, Maurice Robillard, with Gilles Tremblay. About that, Primo, I think is the third goalie. If you keep him on table at one hand, Fuller look like a starter. Great point for you about this one over there. And that's what happening for this. We'll see if some change happening there. We have a goal from the Islanders scored 3-2 at the end of the second period to try to come back in the playoff. This is a game they cannot lose. The Islanders, they're still hanging there for sure. So, I have a couple of subjects we can talk tonight, guys. I try to go around. And first of all, yes, the Hockey and App Nation, the RIP of the legend, 90 years old, Bob Cole. Like I said, he was the legend behind the mic. We talk about the series, the Summit Series, Russia, and of course the Team Canada. And how many games he did is unbelievable. And his wife was all over the house and around in Canada for many years. So this is a great, the sad day for the people about Bob Cole. I think he works until 2019. Definitely going to see some kind of autobiography about Bob Cole. So what I did tonight, guys, I like to go in the back in the time, and for the Montreal Canadiens. So I took a couple of clips, I put this together, and I say, you know what? I think it would be good to see to hear the voice of Bob Cole, to see the final Stanley Cup 1993 for the Montreal Canadiens. You can see the clip is not great, right? But still, you can see it. And then the last call of Bob Hope. Montreal Canadiens, Toronto Maple Leafs, shootout. Montreal Canadiens win. Goal of Rand Poland. So hopefully you're going to enjoy this. It's been about 3 minutes. And then I'm going to come back and we can talk about Bob, if what the Bob Cole was for you. So I know it's a bit long, but I think it was worth it. I think Bob deserved those moments of his time with the Hockey Nation show tonight. So this is Bob Cole, passed away April 25th, 2024.
Roll by the open side. He got another crack at it. He scores. The Canadiens win the game in overtime again. 2-1. Montreal. Leclerc coming in. Gets set. He's in there and can't get a shot. Really beat it up. Got it down. They score. He gets set. Dropped it back. McSorley. Great save by Waugh. 1:05 left. It's centered. The Canadiens have treated for another shot here. And Waugh grabs this one and hangs on. The Sandstorm coming very close.
To nobody's surprise, here's the winner of the Conn Smythe Trophy, just announced. Patrick Waugh receiving the trophy from the commissioner, Gary Bettman. 1:45 remaining in the third, and the Canadiens have 6 skaters against 4. Net empty. Big gamble. Desjardins ready. Schneider ready. Desjardins, no shot. On the outside. Desjardins shot. Score! They have tied it. 2 of them. Ronan coming up there. Brunet carries in, rolling in front of the net, and a shot. Desjardins following the play, and he missed on the short side. Here he is again. Scores! Desjardins! And the Canadiens win in overtime. His third goal of the game. And the series is a brand new one. Here's Keane coming in, dropped it back. LeBeau scores! LeBeau! 3-1 Montreal. And a 2-on-1 right after it. Dion coming in. Di Pietro scores! Di Pietro, 4-1. Well, that doesn't do it. Nothing will.
That's done it.
And now a 24th Stanley Cup banner will hang from the rafters of the famous Forum in Montreal. The Canadiens win the Stanley Cup. Well, the pictures really tell the story. This is something to see. Is there a better game in the world? I don't think so. The Canadiens have done it, winning the cup in the final in 5.
Bob passed away April 25th, 2024, and that was a clip of his last call in hockey with the Montreal Canadiens. And I just want to share it with you those moments. Yes, 1993, the last time the Montreal Canadiens won the Stanley Cup, so why not to go there and see Bob? I can go with many other clips. They have so many on the social media right now, and you can see Bob, what he did and touched the different people and on the hockey NHL as a hockey night in Canada. So a lot of people knocked the door. Franco, we have Marco Larrabee. We have for you also, like I mentioned to you. Ron with Kings knocked the door. Larry Lavalley is in the house. Willie Snyder is with us tonight. A lot of great comments. For you talk about the Montreal Canadiens could make the playoff. And so I just want to take a moment tonight before the show, to get there with that part. I think it was great. And why not talking about that time at Colin County, Allen site with a Gallagher, the Galavan, and after that, we are sorry about that. So it was the moment of Bob, and then we wish the best for his family. And 90 years old, guys, it's a long run, and he accomplished so many great things. And sometimes when you think about this, you never know whatever you do in life, you can touch many people. You have an impact. And he did it behind a mic by his voice, excellent voice, and with honest and love the passion about the game. And he reminded me, yes, fun people in hockey are above average. When I said that, is they are classy, right? They are different and with loyalty, integrity, and for me, with respect at the end. They do a job at the best they can be, and they impact people. So Bob Cole, well done. Thanks for all those amazing, great time behind the mic. So what happening, guys? Both games are 3-2 right now, and the team winning both games are lead the series 2-0. So Tampa Bay face to the elimination right now at the third period. Why? Because if they lose it 3-0, I don't see both teams come back to win the series at Tampa Bay Lightning and the New York Canadiens. What a great playoff series for, again, St. Coast, by the way. So that's why I want to share it with you guys tonight. We're going to go all over the map, guys, tonight. So stay with me. And if you have any questions in the chat, Bob's Z in the house, by the way. I apologize. Don't forget to click on the likes. And every week, we're going to make, at least during the playoff, make one show or two shows about the Montreal Canadiens NHL. Then I'm going to take a couple of nights off. And tomorrow, we're going to go back with the series, Toronto and Boston Bruins, game number 4. Not tomorrow, but the day after that. Anyhow, I don't know if you heard the news, but this is starting to be really new way to watch the game. The Amazon Prime Video make an agreement with Sportnet and NHL to have the Monday night hockey. And it looked like they're going to show 26 game. And I didn't read too much about this. I see the news, and but I took it like it's going to be the new way. And not only the Amazon, you're going to see Netflix inside of that. Maybe you're going to see YouTube are going to be into it. And that would change the way to watching the game now. And we'll see the kind of agreement and everything could happen. But again, the benefit of that is all the major sports, talk about baseball, basketball, hockey, and football, are going to take advantage of maybe the new way to live streaming the game now on the internet. And this is Patrick Lewhite talked about this a couple of days ago. I think Luciano talked with him about, have some kind of conversation in that chat at some point. I said that. And this is coming. And we are now there. So not only the team, but not only Amazon, but the team going to join those kind of new area to attract new fans to watching the game. Thanks so much, Mr. Larry Lavallee, by the way. Then Randy Walkman is in the house. Zev Lacav is in the house. Sorry, guys, I tried to pick up everything I can to continue the conversation. A great Luciano about goal. The great Gilmore goal from behind the net. Here we go. Zev talk about this. If both these series don't get closer, it will make this first round less interesting. Marco. No GPS for the coach. And then Zev, too many teams in the first one. I want quick and fast. Bronze and 5. Randy, talk again to Toronto Maple Leaf. If they put Swimmen back, I think they would be quick also about this. Apple, there we go. That's only one. I forgot about this. Thanks to be with us. Shucks, the Predator visit when Canucks is shifting to New Music City at the Brainstorm Arena. Shucks, welcome in the house. Bob said you need one. So that's happening about that. Would be awesome if you could stream all the game, still pay for center ice. Here we go, Marco. About this, anyone since last night attention. This one is at the best. Streaming is the future. They know they can make a big money. Larry was said. Sebastian was said about Bob. And then we have Uncle Edward Tap in the house. So that's happening, guys. This is a new week going happening about the new way for the live stream. Now, a rumor came from the Ottawa today. The negotiation or the conversation between Greg Berube and the Ottawa Senator. This could be very good for Ottawa Senator. First of all, Berube don't play with anyone. He is still the old school coach, but he has been very successful with St. Louis Blues. And if this is the case, I like that. I really like that. I really like if they need someone like this inside the locker room. And it could be a good hire for the Ottawa Senator to get Greg Berube behind the bench. Again, rumor, no confirmation, but I like this one. I don't know what you think about this, but I feel like he's the man can clean up the locker room and feel the way to make that team back on the track. They have talent. They are skilled. Not perfect, right? But with a new way, with a new direction, they want to become. I think this is going to be a good hire if they go with Berube. Tonight, Marco, yes, you have to go to bed early tonight. Abination heard about Claude. Welcome in the Abination. Claude Julien. Claude Julien heard what I heard for Claude Julien. He wants to return in NHL. Is it good? Is it bad? I'm not sure. But I think that we see the new development about that one for Claude Julien. But again, for me, Claude Julien, just stay home. Enjoy the rest of your time. I think that would be the best way to do that. Only the Amazon not involved on his adult industry. Luciano. Bob, I thought que Daniel Alfredson remplace what happening there. So what happening, Bob? They put Daniel Alfredson like Paul Coffey with Edmonton Oilers. I think for me, Daniel Alfredson could become a great as a hockey operation, more like a management, in my opinion. I don't know exactly Daniel Alfredson if he like to coach or not, but I think he represents the franchise like Piquet René with a Nashville Predator example. Like I can go with this fun organization, but I feel like that would be the direction they're going to go with that. And after talk about Beribe, yes, a great point about this. Need more that a new coach. Ottawa need. Marcus said, no, it needs a reshuffle the roster. Look, they have a good roster. They have a lot of good prospect still. They're going to get another great pick again. If you think about what they can do, I think they have to shake it up a little bit, stir the pot, and add the right players inside of this, and then find a way to become that team. Unfortunately, the injury of Pinto year after year, the Norris does not help. But I think they have a good team. The performance of goaltender is a bit hard. Again, they have a couple of good prospect goaltender. Can they go with a veteran backup number 2 better? But this is a team really hit the bottom of the bottom. I call them the Mickey Mouse. But they can make a new way to become a little bit more respectful in NHL by the time we tell us about this. As I've talked about New Jersey, because the down sport thing is not going to happen. Marco Ottawa, Nate Montos, Troy Anderson, Gallagher, King, Redson, 20%. Zev would like to have Pierre-Luc Dubois. It's funny because a conversation today about the fact is Montreal Canadiens trade Anderson and Gallagher to Calgary for Jonathan Huberdeau. Zev would like to have Pierre-Luc Dubois with the Montreal Canadiens for Brendan Gallagher and for Josh Anderson. Both of them have a 3-year contract remaining. Dubois, he's going to have about 7 years with the Montreal Canadiens and Huberdeau with 7 years. Both of them did not deliver. Now, the point is, would you like to have Huberdeau at 35, 36 years old and carry on a contract of $10 million for the Montreal Canadiens for year number 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, for 5 more years? Pierre-Luc Dubois, would you like to have Pierre-Luc Dubois with a full contract at $8 million per year when he's going to be 31 years old, and now you're going to have year number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 5 years? I don't feel it's helping a team rebuilding. I don't know personally Pierre-Luc Dubois. For what we heard, is a guy not very happy around. Would you like to have Pierre-Luc Dubois? Zeb, he said yes about this. I'm not sure. Me, I would say no. And I would say Jonathan Huberdeau, too old at 31 years old to have a player like this. And finally, Gallagher Anderson does not hurt the Montreal Canadiens right now. Why? Because we're on transition, which we're rebuilding. So for me, this is not the right things to do. But some fans like to do that, and we expect every opinion for everyone. Florida take the lead 4-2. Wow. Let you know, Roger still the that Shucks David Quinn got fired. Yes, sir, he got fired about this. Would take as well. I bet the game on Amazon would be the same as center eyes. I don't like the center line too much up front on the left D. I don't like the center line. You don't like Ottawa center line? You have Norris 75 points. You have Suzla 99 points. And Pinto as your third center. I think this is a good line. I think the center line is pretty good. We shouldn't expect Roger fire anybody. Nobody will take Anderson or Gallagher contract straight up for 2 Panthers. And 26 White would carry 1 Anderson Gallagher. I don't know. This is what we heard, and Jeff talk about this. Abination would like to get Bouvier 2 years at $3.5 million. That's what we're saying. We should think about Roger. And 26 talk about another Dwayne. Huberdeau is too old. Anderson just does not help. Willie is in the house. Norris Carré is at Joe Body. Randy Walkman tried to pick up everything in the chat here before I move on. Kenny Gallagher Anderson, those 2 roster spots are keeping 2 or more players in the development mode, and Laval Jr., as bad as those contracts are, they are blessing and the guys. Yes and no, Bobs. And I will tell you that why. If you have too many rookies and players in NHL, does not help. Look what happening Detroit. They changed their mind. Look what's happening with Ottawa. They struggle. So you have to have a balance because you already have 4 defensemen. You already have 1 goaltender. That's 5. We already have 4 forward with less of 5 years in NHL. Plus you have to add RHP and Ilonen. So we have approximately 9-10 players with less of 3 years in NHL. And you want to remove 2 veterans. Now you're going to add 2 young players with no experience to play. I don't think so. This is the right things to do. But again, I could be wrong. So we'll be interesting about this. I don't know what you're talking about in Abination. How much do you think Renault would ask for? With the season he has run out with over 55 or 58 goal with the playoff, you expect $9 million. And not that. Thanks so much, RJ, for Lazik. Before we have tablet, we have Edge Sketch, Franco. Fax Machine was good. And then we go. There would be a reason for Sebastian Victor. That. So I go through that one, guys. Let's move on to the next one. So they have a tournament right now. It's called the U18. If you follow the NHL Draft Prospect 2024 and 2025 to 2026, they have a lot of players play for different countries. Slovakia, Latvia, Finland, Sweden, Canada, USA, and they compete for the U18. This is a tournament, almost the last tournament or a major events to affect maybe the value of the players at the NHL draft. Yes, after that you have the playoff, still have the playoff and the Memorial Cup, but this is only for players. Some of them are already drafted, but this U18, they are the future players going to play in NHL. Bobrov, Le Cavalier, Hughes, Gordon, they are Lapointe. Sorry, they are all there in Finland to watching the day number one. USA win by the score 9-0 today. Team Canada win, I believe, 6-3. And I want to share it with you the best, not the best player, but the players was impressive, and some of them, what they are there. I can go with maybe 12 of them, honestly, but I want to give you a little bit more information. Cole Ezerman scored 3 goals, half trick with Team USA. He is now, I believe, at 3 goals to reach the record of Cole Caulfield with the national team during his career. So we'll see if Ezerman can reach that level in the next couple of games. But again, because this is the end for him, he's going to move now with Boston University. Cole Ezerman is on conversation with Catton and Dimitrov or Lindstrom or Igella as the pick for the Montreal Canadiens. The advantage of Ezerman, born August 29, he's about 3 days before he become 2025. He's a young forward, and he's 6 foot, but he's 196 pounds, I believe. He has a rocket. Like the guy can score goal. Right? Marco is not all percent. He compare him more like an old Strom in NHL. I disagree with Marco, but this is a player definitely Montreal Canadiens are going to pay attention for that. Now, Cole Hudson, not Lane Hudson, Cole Hudson, defenseman, have a good year, but not a great year. Cole Hudson is going to be playing with the Boston University next year. Have 1 goal, 1 assist for Hudson. Same way like he does with the same way like he does his brother, guys. He is continuous to delivery, good performance, really agile with the puck, and but his value dropped a little bit. It was considered like between 18 to 23rd and the NHL draft prospect. Now he's at the bottom of the first round. We'll see if the U18 tournament is going to helping him. But Hudson, another brother of the Hudson, is going to be drafted in NHL. Now, you never heard about James Higgins? This is the number 1 NHL draft 2025. 4 points today, 2 goals, 2 assists. This is the better. This is the Celebrini. This is who is James Higgins. And play with Team USA right now, and he still have a full year next year. It will be interesting what happening to him. So I just want to share it with you what happening. Never heard about Kevin McKenna? But McKenna scored 2 goals today. He's only 16 years old. He is a number 1 top prospect in 2026. You talk about Bedard, you talk about McKinnon, you talk about Crosby, you talk about Matthews, talk about McDavid. This is the kind McKinnon is going to join those kind of players in the future in NHL. So remember that name, McKenna. Only eligible, draft 2026. And people follow DJ Igala. Some of you think he's a top 5 NHL draft. He has only 1 assist today. Not a great game for him. But again, would be interesting if he's better to Lindstrom or Ezerman or Catton and Montreal Canadiens, what he's going to get. I just will give you a little bit. Yes, I can talk about Connelly. I can talk about other players at the draft NHL. And we can talk also about other players country. Goaltender Finland. If you look about goaltender, watch the goaltender duo for Team Finland. Solid duo. They're going to be at the late second round pick or third round pick round and NHL. So that's happening there. We're going to see what we got in the chat. Dan Asham is in the house. Welcome back, Dan. Thanks for being with us. AK is in the house. Everybody, welcome everyone. Don't forget, guys, to click on the likes. If you have any question, it's the time to open up. You want to know more about the UAT, you want to know more about the prospect, anything, I'm here for you guys to talk about hockey tonight. Good evening, AK. Marco, again, pretty quiet comments where I agree with you. 6 goals from Caulfield. I think Marco, it was before the game today, no? So what I heard, but I could be wrong. But I think I'm right. I want to pick the play right away. So Ezerman is out. What I see is floor is Walson Kaliev or sitting Kyle Connor. Yes. He gotta look like he can play. Nelson has to stop cross-checking. Too bad Cotton not at U18. Yes, like Langstrom. Both of them carry on some kind of injury right now. Florida 4-3. Tampa score point. Gary is in the house. Chicago signed Alex 8-year contract. What would happen with Goalie? Great question, Gary. Stay tuned, guys. I'm going to talk about the contract of Goalie in the next couple of minutes. So great point about this. N26 Eisenman is a bigger version of Caulfield. Absolutely right, Abination. You nail it. You nail it. About him. Woody, question. Here we go. What do you see the Habs next season if they pick up a solid top 6? But that player not going to play with Montreal Canadiens, Woody, so that's not going to change their scenario about that. So I see them an improvement like they did this year. They jumping from 66, 68 points to 76 points, 34 points. So an improvement for me is going to be a 500 team, 82 points. That would be my hope. And a better year would be 85 points. Now, really, we are April 26th. We don't know the roster yet. We don't know what could happen. We don't know what Ken Hughes can accomplish, what he will accomplish during summer. So it's very difficult. But for what you see, the roster they have, for you talk about the game 1 goal, and Kirby Dack be in the lineup, and maybe Lane Hudson, whatever it is, they still have a lack of the players to compete. And for me, 82 point, 85 point max, Willie. This is my location for next season. It's tough to predict because we don't know where they pick. Not sure if you already discussed it, Bob. I saw the 11 Asian team would be Benazir, for example. Cap was a damn team. Yeah, Bob, we talked about this yesterday quickly. So what happening, guys? This is the bonus signature they gave to the players. Like example, Connor Brown. Montreal have Uri Sakoski, Caden Coley, Cole Caulfield, and someone else. And I can go all the way, right? So they have 11 teams. The worst team is the Edmonton Oilers with over $3 million. Montreal is about 7 8 at $1.077 million. They will have to carry on that money for the upcoming season, 2024-2025. Not many teams like to use the signing bonus. Don't exist anymore because that is carry on. Boston Bruins got hurt with Bergeron Krejcik last season. Those contracts signed a $2 million cheap contract to go under the salary cap. And with our money on $15,000. There you go. And that money carry on to the next year. So this is the way Bob it works. Catton is the most talented. He was 6 feet or more. He would be top 5. Completely agree with you, N26. I still believe at his size, I would not worry to pick him up, N26. All the Habs would pick 6 addition. All that. They have if you add the pick number 5 and the pick number 6 together, right? It's approximately 70%, 68, I believe, percent the chance Montreal pick number 5 or pick number 6, Marco. Great point to talk about this. Who are the Canadiens try to get with that first round pick, Sébastien? We talk about a forward for the Montreal Canadiens. 4-3 about this. There we go, Nicolas Paul. There we go, and I tap. Fixer is in the house. Thanks, everybody. Don't forget to click on the like. So we move up, guys. We have a couple of subjects. We can talk about this for sure. The next one, guys, here we go. I think it's Gary, our friend Gary. Welcome, everybody, by the way. If I did not mention your name, I apologize. But this is the next thing. The Montreal Canadiens contract Kaden Coley, Ural Sakoski, they talked about this the last couple of days ago. And tonight, I want to talk about what's happening today. Alex Vlasic, draft second round pick by the Chicago Blackhawks, the same year like Kaden Coley on the draft 2018, I believe. 22 years old, both of them. They are approximately the same kind of number of the point. Their style is looking the same. It's just Vlasic is a bigger man and play on the first pairing with Zeb Jones all year long. Play over 70 games, I believe, this year. And then Coley, we know what's happening. So Vlasic signed a contract of 6 years at $4.6 million. I have a question on the Montreal Canadiens poll a couple of days ago about how much money you want to give to Coley. This is not a good news for Kaden Coley. When you see Vlasic sign a 6 year at $4.6 million, we are far away to get our $8 million if you see that. I don't know if Montreal is going to go with 6 years. I don't know if they're going to get there. But what's happening is the money of Coley, I don't see him to sign over $6 million. I don't see that. This is where the negotiation with Ken Hughes is so good. And they can go with a 3 years contract. Kirby Dach got $3.4 million. New York got the same thing. They can go with 4 years, and I think it will be around $4.5 to $5 million for Kaden Coley, in my opinion. But again, we'll see what's happening. We have to go back in the chat. I just read that yesterday. Also, Bob's. Ab, we end up with either first, second, third, fifth, sixth, and seventh. About that, we have a colleague gave a 3 years at $5.8 million. So for administration, go at $6 million. And 26 expect what he said he take a Cody sign over 4 years will be a mistake for him. So would be interesting, Gary. Great conversation like Bob about the salary cap. But yes, there will be Kaden Coley. What are you going to get? We have about 1 minute 23 to go remaining, guys. 4-3 Florida Panthers against Tampa Bay Lightning. We have almost at the half of the third period. Islanders losing 3-2. Not done yet. We have more to go. If I was goalie and I have a problem, stay healthy, I would go for the security a long-term deal. Also, you get the sense that goalie is a team guy and maybe leave little money on the table. A great point about this, Marco. And then it's if you think about this, guys, hockey is so difficult to read the future. Look the situation with Kokanemi. When the Carolina Hurricanes sign get Kokanemi on the offer sheet, the fans, the Carolina, and the people in Carolina, the management was laughing at Montreal Canadiens, Marc Bergevin, and they thought it was the best thing happening to them. At the point, they gave him a contract of $4.8 million for 8 years. Now, of course, he can bounce back next year, but it's not looking good right now. Not looking good. And my point behind that is like when you give money to a players, how many years of his contract he performed at the weight he signed the contract, right? How many years he delivered year after year. And Montreal Canadiens right now have 2 players like them. Look happening with Gallagher. Look happening with Gallagher. Look happening with Anderson. So not easy. Not easy. Or you complain to trading goalie. For that one, Lightning does not strike. Addison said, trade Madison, not Coley. Bob said, Florida Panthers win tonight 5-3. Wow. Kachuk show again the reason he's with the team. And 4 years, Coley could be the ad best defenseman. Would the ad trade their best defenseman? One, their trade to contain doubtful for Anthony Sicker. Marco believe a long term the Kokanemi could be players could be take the spot of Jordan Stahl. $5 million with 20 points per season. Marco, that's a lot of money. That's the same thing with Anderson. Kokanemi, to represent $5 million, he had to have at least 20 goals at 60 points per year. And he's not reached that number right now. So, would be interesting to happen. You guys, you read you read everything tonight. Abination, just talk about this. So from who? Who did that? Who said that? I cannot remember. The value of Mike Madison is between a pick 9 to 15. First round NHL draft. This is the value of Mike Madison from a scout. I cannot remember. 2 versus 1 for Hurricane right now. And question behind that is that part. Do you trade or you keep Madison? So imagine that. You pick Mike Madison right now. You trade him. You pick a number 12 this year at 2024. Do you feel comfortable Montreal select grade 3 example? Or they could select a defenseman to take the spot at a Dickinson. Do you feel for Montreal Canadiens to take the best defenseman at number 5, and number 12, they can maybe add grade 3? And why the value of Madison is so high? But first of all, he's at 60 points. Secondly, he can run another 2 years below of $5 million. And that's the reason behind that. So, would be interesting what happening there. I'll try to go back. Marco believed calculate would be rebound at 55 points on this season. Yak 6 years in the league and 26. Mr. Roger Delaney is in the house. Welcome back. So, Marco, if you go back to Kokanemi, to get 55 points in NHL, he has to play at the level of center number 2, like Trocheck. He has to play on the power play. And he has to play about 17, 18 minutes per game. Can he become the center number 2? I don't know. Maurice Robillard at trade him when his value is highest. He is right now at his highest. That's how you get right now, guys, um, from Madison. Abnation believe on that one. Gary Conclusion, Nick Ski est fiancé Kathleen Fitzgerald on leur engagement. Yes, Gary. Maurice, absolute. You can get that direction after that, Marco. And after that, if he goes to San Jose. Sorry, Luciano. So that's what's happening, guys, about Mike Madison. Again, Montreal Canadiens are going to be interesting about that. And that give you guys everything happening right now for tonight about the Montreal Canadiens. And of course, we want to talk about the NHL Playoff 2024. We're going to see a little bit a review what happening after 3 game. Do you change your mind? Do you think this is what your expectation was? And let's sharing about this. We'll maybe here for about 30 minutes. Right now, with 8 minutes to go remaining on the third period, guys. Carolina 3 and Islanders 2. And with 8 minutes now between both teams, the Carolina lead by 2. But let's talking, guys, about Toronto Maple Leafs and the Boston Bruins. After 3 games, 2-1 Boston Bruins. What is the feeling for you for Boston Bruins and the Toronto Maple Leafs? Do you still believe this is going to be quick, a 5 game, maybe 6, and you think Boston will be too much for the Toronto Maple Leafs? What could be a turnover of the series? Can a Nylander join game number 4, make an impact on the lineup of the Toronto Maple Leafs, and make it fun, and then Toronto can come back? Swimmen, I believe, is 6-0-0 again Boston, again the Toronto Maple Leafs. Mathieu have a good game number 2. Sapir, game number 3. Tavares a bit better, game number 3. Marner, better game yesterday, but still not great. Samsonov, after a great 3 period back-to-back, after that, it was not the shaky on the first goal against the Boston Bruins. Brent Marchand stepped up as the captain at the Bergeron and the Chara. Delivered 3 points yesterday, 2 goals, and game-winning goal. And then this is the captain you're looking for. So what are your thoughts about that series? Let's go back here. I forgot when you talk about the other subject outside. Hughes could trade Caulfield, Barron for the 3rd overall pick draft. Lindstrom 3rd, Arizona 5th. Number 3 is Anaheim, right? So think about this N26. Why that team Anaheim would like to get Cole Caulfield and to get losing the for Barron for the 3rd overall pick. Do you think N26, the 3rd round pick, Lindstrom, is going to be worse at Cole Caulfield. So if you want to do that, and 26, I will say to you, I will trade, I will give you number 3, but I'm going to get number 5 for you, and I will ask Cole Caulfield. So my proposal, N26, is this. 5-3, it gave me Cole Caulfield. You're going to set me to know. The proposal you gave to me, N26, you want my 3rd overall pick. I would say perfect. I want to get Caden Cooley, and I want to have Cole Caulfield. Are you willing to do this? Because right now, it's not a good advantage for Anaheim to do that. Because Barron's not good enough. We need to add more. But it will never be higher. Marissa, try to pick up here. Great is nice. Nice. If Madison have a baby, probably won't deal him in the summer. What thing would be in the market for Madison? A team, Marco, have some problem salary cap. They can have a second pairing defenseman. I will have to think a little bit more. This reminds me, Marco, of Montour. Why? Because Florida have Forsling and Ekblad, and they have Montour after that. So a team want to play with 3D that round like that. I think that would be a good fit for that team. I don't have any specific team, but I think a team like Vancouver, to be behind Quinn Hughes and to be behind Philip Ronek, I think that would be a good fit. Again, I know players like them, I would say to you, the Seattle Kraken, after Vince done, the carrying puck is not great over there. It's on my mind very quickly. Marco, I will have to go a little bit more deeper. That's Monahan plays Marissa. That would be a pick 9-12, Marco. Absolutely right about this, Gary. A 6th overall pick, but only so Baron play all year long as Ab next year. They cannot amend. They made a mistake and trade. Well, it's not confirmed. Yes, Abination. You know, if you look about the player they can become, something take a little bit more. I think the high expectation of Montreal Canadiens is a little bit high. Maybe they was thinking a little bit more for Baron. At least the Colorado Avalanche was see that way. But can he carry on that and can reach that position? No. But remember, they got a 2nd round pick, 2024, with that trade. And it could be an advantage to Montreal select the right players. Only the time will tell us. Will Doug be able to fill Monahan? I would say yes, he had the potential to do it. Still, can he play 70 games this year? I'm not sure. Next season. But he has the potential to become a Monahan in NHL on different ways. Bob, you're right about this. Randy go with Boston and 5. The Sun and the Leave series has been the special team coach. Leave are 1-11, power play, Boston 5-10. Great point about that. I agree with you, and I'll tap for that. Marco believed the power play of the Boston at the Leave could make its fans to reach that level to finish late this week. I think on that one combination, I would say is between Marchand and Partouzy. Canada 3-2 Islanders, 5 minutes left at third, making some sensational stop. 4 minutes to go remaining. I believe Anderson was with the Toronto Maple Leafs a couple years ago. Anaheim are looking for a top 6 winger. I think Caulfield could be traded. I never said he cannot be traded, Cole Caulfield. But if Montreal Canadiens are looking for a scorer, that would be why to trade a guy can score the goal. Wonder how active Utah would be this summer. They maybe want to get better right away. Do they have more first round pick this year? No. They don't, Marco. They have 2 second round pick, the Rangers, this year. They have only the normal pick. Anaheim want a right top 6 forward, a top 4 righty. The Bucks do a better power play, Larry. Yeah, Anaheim is looking for that. But to get the pick number 3 and 26, you need to pay more. That's my point behind that. Roger, look like many of them. Mr. Roy is in the house. Welcome. Clender Killer could be on the move. Trade Madison to Toronto. Yeah, intéressant. Kraken pick number 8. Silverberg still play. I'm not sure he's still retired, but he's still play, and it does not looking good. While picking 13, maybe a good spot for Madison. They have Faber over there, Brock Faber. It's not a bad team. It's not a bad suggestion, Marco. Marco, the New Jersey Devils have too much good defensemen over there. They will not go that direction. Marchand is winning that battle. 6 straight win against the Leafs, and Luciano talk about that. Prediction from Jekai contract extension this summer. I will say to you 2 years at $1.5 million. Now Islander attacking, and then Tinet right there. Looking for pass the puck around. And now and then Tinet now out try to get a puck pinching behind net with 50 seconds to go. Thompson with a puck. Long stretch pass now, attacking by the Islanders. Bringing puck behind the net. Anderson rebound. Intercept by Slavin. And the Kane put the puck outside the zone. Now go down to Polak. Polak go back to Pelech. Now long stretch pass now to Barzal. Barzal with the puck. Draw the puck back to the D. Pelech carrying the puck. Is Riley. Riley attacking now. Lose the puck by the Canada Hurricane. Islanders pick up the pucks coming onto the side. Now we have confusion, and then Canada down the puck outside the zone. We're going to reset on the defensive all the way by Thompson or Papelet and Canada. The Islanders have a difficult time to enter in the zone. This guy is going to be with 5 seconds to go remaining. Go back at the red line, and the Islanders are going to be a deficit of 3 game, and the Canada game win 3-2. This is the game at Sébastien Aho But what a great performance of Frederick Anderson. And that's all, guys. This series is 3-0 like the Florida Panthers. And unbelievable. Jacky, a contract I mentioned to you. I will want Nylander for Madison, no deal. Madison to leave will make sense, but they pick at 23rd. Get scratch, favor maybe. And our top lose 3-2 Islanders. Today in Toronto on the series 25th, citizens read a report to blame the Leaf fans and the arena to the Leaf loss. It was the most insane thing I ever heard, Bob. The point, Bob's, what I heard is the fans are not engaged in the game, like they are not sharing. It's a, and I learned with hockey guys, there are two kinds of fans in the building: active fans and passive fans. And start with just start with the the minute with the management. When I say the management, with the game operation staff, the music, the music they pick, and then after that the person the mic, and then how they can sharing, how they can bring the fans on their feet constantly with a scoreboard, and I can go all the way like that. But some plays, fans don't care. They just have a good time. They're entertaining at the game. At the game in Toronto, this is a place, it's quiet, only wait for the goal. When you have a goal, they are really active after that, but it's a passive. Many other locations, they are active. So whatever is 2-1, 3-1, they still cheering and they still have a good time at the game. This is the difference between that, I believe he's talking about. To some 3-0 disappointment. Starbank Center is very quiet. Abomination. Too many area named after Banks. Maurice. Randy Walkman. Wow. If the Leaf fan was more like an fan and complain loud, a proud thing would be shown. It's all about boo. Second about there we go. It could be 3-0. Rangers win tonight. Roger Calette. Roger is in the house. Marco, talk about the series in the West. I just want to mention you podcast on the late Gilafleur met the man twice. It was class all the way. RIP, thanks so much, Roger, to sharing with us. What fan would said are the best most and the NHL not continue to leave? Uh, I don't know, Willie. For me, I don't have a lot of judgment about the fans, but it would be hard to give you a right answer. 26. Roger, the fact to trade that, we talk about the if they get a first round pick between 10 to 15, Roger. So they could get as two good players could help in the Montreal Canadiens in the future. Um, is it worth it? I'm not sure. Hughes is very conservative about those players. Does not trade for trade only. They're really loyal to the players. Want to give them their best things to play with the Montreal Canadiens, and that'll be, I think, the when that happen. When you talk about the Canada and Marco, that's okay. Works not corporate present the bomb the seat. Now the next series, guys, the Rangers Washington, and you can see this 2-0. We did not see Ovechkin yet. The Rangers really managed the game. They never panicking. They lead most of the time. Uh, they are well balanced. Washington is not good enough skill wise, depth wise. Langren is not going to do answer. And without Ovechkin play the level he play right now, it's not good enough to Washington. I feel like that series could be short. And I don't see anything else for Rangers. They're going to move on to round number 2. Washington, at the end of the day, is a team make the playoff. The last team with a differential of minus 40, 37, I believe. And but with the team they have right now, like the roster, it's not good enough to compete every night. What I like for the Rangers, guys, is a well-balanced four-line. The goals coming from everyone. Overall, the performance defensively and the goaltender is pretty good. Lafreniere performed. You get many players have 1 point in the first 2 games. I'm talking about Panarin, Zibanejad, Trocheck, as I said, Lafreniere, Panarin. Kako played a good second game, in my opinion. And the third line, not too bad. And then the fourth line have 2 goals already, Goodrow and Ramp. So that's what you need in the playoff. The four line produce something, and that's what's happening for that. RJ, thanks so much. Tomorrow, Rangers, Capitals, Canucks, Predator, Jet Avalanche at 10 o'clock. So tomorrow night, guys, going to be back for the game. The Jets versus Colorado Avalanche at 10 o'clock. Roy said Washington is too old. Not tap and Mario Machin before, but could Islanders want some player from Montreal visit their pick? Not really. Islanders on the defensemen are pretty good. They have still Polak with a long, at least 3 more years of contract. They have Romanov now with a longer contract. They have Thompson. I don't see that, Gary. Can they add an Iris? Can they add a Kovacevic as trouble? Yes, but the value in return not good enough for the Montreal Canadiens what they want to accomplish. Would add better with Detroit. Yes, Marco, I agree with you. Roger, he would be very careful on his trading of players. He admit to need offense. This is not going to get a quick result draft pick, Roger. I agree with you about that. I think they're looking to add a scorer on the top 6. Are willing to trade Mayu, Hudson, Rebecca, or a Jacky. I don't know if I missed one right now. A Cooley to get a top 6. I don't know the evaluation of where they're at with those kind of players right now, but that would be interesting. I will not do it, Marco, for 18. For sure. Now, the next series is 2 series happening now tonight. The Tampa Bay Lightning and the Florida Panthers. Both of them, Islanders and the Carolina and the Panthers lead 3-0. They're game number 3 tonight. You can watch those games, right? Florida Panthers are too much depth. Deep. They are deep. Popovsky still this game number 2. And Kachuk play at the Matthew Kachuk level at the playoff. And then you can see the defensive of the Tampa Bay Lightning are a little bit struggling overall. Whatsoever Vasilevsky. Senko have a good playoff, by the way. Have only 3 or 4 goals. But at the end of the day, it's just a team better. And this is a time of the Panthers to show the Tampa Bay Lightning they're going to eliminate them this year. Maybe in 5. I would not be surprised Tampa win number 1 the next game, then go back in Philadelphia, and they'll be over. Carolina Islanders, it's a strange playoff series, but I predict it'll be a low score, and that's happening. What I'm surprised is the performance of Frederick Anderson. Anderson still 2 of the 3 games, in my opinion. And and Canada played better overall. Again, this is Islanders cannot score goal. The lack of the scoring show again during that playoff. Varlamov doing well the first 2 games. Tonight they gave the goal at the net to Sorokin. Sorokin did not deliver it, get removed after 3 goals. And then not Ao, but Carolina are patient. They take advantage of the opportunities. And Sebastian Ao, for me, is really the catalyzer of that team right now for the Canada Hurricanes. We expect a lot for me. I expect a lot from the Canada Hurricanes to go deep in the playoff. But this is just a one run for them. And I think there will be a short playoff for this. Guys, gonna take advantage of the no game and get some sleep. See you tomorrow. Thanks so much, Marco. So that's happening, guys, on the Eastern Conference. Now the Western Conference is wild. It's wild. They have a lot of fun stretch game, and let's start with the Colorado and the Winnipeg Jet. Hold on, I need to tell her I, and then I will come back here. 30 seconds. So, what happening at that series, guys? The Colorado Avalanche and Winnipeg Jet, 13 goal the first game. The team has some modification. Game number 2, I knew it was happening, but this is a wild series because expectation was low score for Winnipeg Jet to give against because they are the best team in the league. But Hellebuck not looking good. 6 goals first game. Second goal, 5 goals. An empty net, I understand. But look the mistake he did at the goal line. Colorado are proving right now the offensive is better. Gorgiev have a really bad first game, but bounce back with the second game. And we are 1-1. And this series will go far. But I believe Colorado is going to get that edge at the end to go over. If Hellebuck is not bouncing back like the Hellebuck they see all year long, this is going to be a very difficult series for the Jet to win. But the time will tell us. But I feel good for Colorado fans, if you are, to win that series again with Winnipeg Jet. And the reason is because of Hellebuck. Winnipeg work hard. They have a wave, first line, second line, third line. But they will need a little bit better as fan player to step up in the series. We'll see. But it's only 2 games, right? And if you look about this, Colorado could win the first game also. Now, carrying that series at the Ball Arena, Betnar is going to have the last word. He's going to apply his player again. And McKinnon constant delivery with Kel McCarr. Lekonen play well for the Colorado Avalanche. Nick Kushkin do well. The bottom 6 of the Colorado with Trenin doing good job. Colton, Mile Woods. And yeah, that's what we had with that series. Okay, Wild West. Yes, it is. Okay, absolutely right. Look how the goalie dropped the third game of the League series. Okay, we get that tire as it progress, Maurice. That's a great point about that, Maurice, for your comments. But we'll see. And, I think I have a good conversation in our top in my chat group today. Fact like, I think it was with Ron. People say you don't need an all-star goalie. You don't need to have a really great goalie to go all the way to Stanley Cup. and Artap is disagree with that, and I am too. You need to have a solid goalie, guys, to have a better chance to go all the way. If you don't have those kind of goalie, it will be really hard. And you see, that's reflect what's going on. When he played Jet, have Alibak. Carlo have Gorgiev. But Gorgiev struggled all year long. Look, Edmonton, 1-1 against the Kings. Talbot not looking good first game, looked better second game. But Skinner, really bad yesterday. And if you look about his number, 4 goals first game, second game, 4 goals, 5 goals. That's 9 goals, 4.5. Same percentage of what? 8.6, 0.865? That's not good enough. On the flip side, O'Danger with Dallas Star. Couple of great saves, but not good enough to make the Knights there. The Knights are an exception with a goaltender, but you need to have a really good performance of the goaltender to go deep in the playoff. Look, Vancouver without Demko, Casey DeSmith. Nashville has zeros. So you need to have a great goaltender for sure. Your West Eastern substitute will never survive the weakness like it might live in room. For that, Gary Conway, Mr. Gary Conway is in the house. I have my own opinion, but I'm always spent to hear your opinion. That's why we are in the listening. Thanks so much. No, you're absolutely right. And I agree with what you said. Like you said, look at how the goal are dropped in the third game of the league on series. Okay, we get tired as a progress. Guys, they have 133 hit that game number 3. It was about like 5 hit for the record in the NHL. That's a lot of hit. They was constantly hit each other. And still game. Roy talk about yes, exactly. You need to have those guys. And when you look the goaltender guys are the final 4 every year. So the final 4, in my opinion, the final 4, when I call this the final 4 guys, it's about the 2 team final on the West or the Western Conference and the Eastern Conference. And you're going to see 3 of the 4 of them are solid goaltender in NHL. That's how it works. And you don't have those kind of caliber of goaltender, you'll be lucky. But you have to have a solid team in front of you. Good night, Nicola. Marissa, look at the battle of Bobrovsky and Vasilevsky. Are great about that, Marissa. Canucks don't win by scoring from the number 5 defenseman 1 goal. But they need more, right? They need Peterson, they need Brozer, they need Meller. They need to put the puck in the net more. But it will be very harder Quinn Hughes have a really bad game, in my opinion, game number 2. It's not Quinn Hughes does this a lot of time. But to helping Casey DeSmith, they have to tie harder in front of net. They have to protect him more. They don't give any opportunity for the Nashville Predator. And the Nashville Predator right now, they play with confidence. This is the best team after the All-Star game in NHL. They're coming hard on you. And the line of O'Reilly, and they have a lot of depth. The defenseman is solid. McDonough over there play at the level like he played with the Tampa Bay Lightning. Roman Hosey, another big defenseman. Luke Shine, really well balanced the Nashville Predator. Vegas has to be defeated ASP. The deeper they go in the playoff, the stronger they will become. Jan said it was not the goalie. My point behind that, Jan, is I'm not blame the loss of the game for Casey Smith. But Casey Smith is not going to steal a game or two games for the Canucks to beat Nashville Predator. It's not when you go to backup number 2, Jan. It's not a guy who's going to carry on you all the way. So I don't reflect the loss on him only. But for the team, have to be sure, guys, they are going to be more close to protect the front of the net. They have played better, I'm sure, the players for the Boston. Play better because I'm watching Boston. Maroon is upset on the bench. Vancouver play better when Damko is between the pipe. Maurice think Vegas is too strong, like Florida. Yeah. You're absolutely right. And after that, Jan, I agree with you that. So again, the Nashville Predators, Vancouver, you could have an upset that series. Vancouver right now, they're on the hold. They're on the trouble. Vegas Dallas, $100 million team. That's all. What we can tell more. They play under the rules. I agree. And I think every team should do that now. Play the same level. Put someone in the injury reserve and then wait and then get a players and then go all the way that way. But Dallas, they try, but they need to they need to be better. And they have a better performance of Ottinger. They go now back at home on the road with 2 losses. It's not good news. Vegas is hot at home. The fans are behind them. It's not easy to win in Vegas. Now you're going to come back at home with 3-1. Dallas have to win 3-2. Return Vegas. This series, guys, is going to be a 6-game maximum. And Vegas is going to get that one, I believe. And then we talk about the Kings and the Edmonton Oilers. The Edmonton dominate game number 1. Kings came back strong and take the lead 3-0, I believe, or something like that. And then the Edmonton came back to tie the game. And then we have another time, and the Los Angeles Kings get that W. For me, it's good. I'm not sure if the Kings, a long run, are going to beat Oilers. I think Oilers have a better overall team. They score goal. And Dalbat not looking, he's going to steal game. But Oilers need better performance as Skinner if they want to get a W. Kings want to win that series. Talbot need to become better. He need to be a elite goaltender. He have to steal game. And we don't see that yet. So, Edmonton, go. Colorado Jet. It's too hard to call this. I feel bad for the Canucks. They say I have a better team, but Nashville had the momentum of that. And then Vegas, guys, the next 5 games, Dallas have to win 4 of them. I'll be darned. And then you mix up all those teams, round number 2. That's strange. Imagine Vegas and Nashville. Now Edmonton pass, and Colorado pass. It's going to be wild. It's going to be wild. Coach, do add accent Jagai this summer? Yes, he's a RFA and RTAP. Maurice talk about the Florida Panthers. You're absolutely right, Maurice, about them. Lake has to confirm injury before. Yes, and 26, of course. And after that, Onager has not played the best. Dallas has not been able to generate any offense, defense. I don't seem to have any answer, which is even more concerning. I agree with you. Dano has his hands full and he knows how to defend. Yes, you're right about this, Maurice, but McDavid considered performing, and this is going to be a problem a long term for the Kings. Tresado looking good, and the team others can score 4 goals. The problem behind that, if every game they score 4, 5, 6 goals, that's why I have to add more goal. And I think that's not going to be easy for the Kings. But let's go with the matchup of the third line. It could be. What does this section look like? For me, and after that, I feel a contract at $1.5 million to $1.8 million. That would be my max. I would say to you, a 2 years contract. But this is a guy at the level like Jake Evans. This is a guy at the level of RHP. This is a guy at the level of Justin Barron, I believe. Oh, I don't think so. Barron got that level. Let me get another one I'm talking about. Not Barron. Jordan Harris got 1.4, and after that was the one I'm talking about. So if you look about that, when I said what at the same level, it's because what he gave to the Montreal Canadiens right now, and what they are. For me, Jacka is going to get a $1.5 million, 1.6, 2 years contract. RFA right now, 22 years old, injury every year, both shoulder. They know his role, but this is the way I feel for him. And after that. But Sharks, this is going to happen. He become a UFA, Steven Stamkos. I'm not worried about that. I think they're going to find an agreement both parties, right? The rumor will be high about him. He scored over 30 goals this year. Have a really great playoff. He grew in Tampa. He's a captain over there. He's really well established in Tampa. I think they're going to find something together. After the King goal was a lucky bounce. Those bounce will ever out. Yes, and Andy, I did not like the game of Evan Bouchard last night. On the 2 of the 3 first goal with Adrian Camp, Bouchard coverage was not great. But you're right. Hit the skate of Donald Nurse, the second game. Tipped by Camp on funny net. This is a kind of stuff like that you're not going to see every game. But I feel okay, honestly. I feel advantage Edmonton so far. If you look about the overall, the 2 game will hurt Ishan to get a good deal, 2 years under $2 million. Great point, and 26 about that. I agree with you. It sounds like LA is focusing on McDavid and Trossard, and I've left alone during that time. Big mistake. It does get the case. But in our top, we have a lot of players like that. And the power play of Edmonton, not easy. But I would rather see Carolina in the final. Okay. Question: do you see Vancouver making as past the second round? What it will do with Demko? I don't think so. It will happen, would it? I go with. I don't make a mistake, but my original thought it was Nashville's going to beat Vancouver. So I was too chicken to go that way. Maybe not. I thought like overall Vancouver a better chance to go, but at the end of the day, I should be a little bit more caution about two things: the inexperience of the players playing the playoff, and the injury of Demko. He came back with only one game, and then he jumping right away in the game. Remember, guys, Demko prior to that he was hurt many years, many game, not this year, but prior to that with a hip and surgery, I believe. And so it's a goalie injury after injuries. If I was the Vancouver Canucks, it's something I have to be careful about him. So I don't see that really the strength of the other team after Nashville to go round number two. It's so good. I don't see Vancouver pass number one, and I don't see number two. Coach, a tough guy defender with too bad shoulder is a liability. Uh, at 22 years old, guys, the shoulder operation is not. Look about the major shoulder surgery in NHL in the last 3 years. Look after what they become after that. It's rare that players constantly have another surgery. It's rare. So for me, it's just to make not make any change on the contract of the Jekai. I still believe with or without the injury, it would be at $1.5 million for 2 years for Jekai. You should find a taker for Anderson to Chicago and Winnipeg first round pick. So why to give Anderson, guys? We're not in the rush to trade anyone like that right now to pay the price for that. Now, you take Anderson out, N26, and now you bring Emil and Eman in the lineup. I don't see the advantage of this one. Now, Chicago, it will tell you one thing. I will said, I will take the first round pick of Calgary next year, and then I will take Anderson contract. That's it. I don't give you anything, N26. Now, Chicago said, I take a risk. If Calgary finish 11, we have the 11 overall pick in NHL. If they get the Panthers at 26, does not matter. We are on transition for 3 more years, and Anderson is going to hurt at the end of the day. So for me, I would say to you, N26, I'm Chicago, not a problem, but I want to have your first overall pick, Calgary, and I don't give you anything. Future consideration, that's it, that's all. After watching the Oilers so far, do you think they have what it takes to bring the cup back to Canada? I don't think so yet, because the performance of Skinner. Skinner does not deliver right now enough a good performance to give the best chance to Oilers to go all the way. So, until Skinner does not play at the level, better level, will be very hard for Edmonton. Anderson is useless. Well, my point behind that, N26, is this. It's not hurt right now, Anderson in the lineup. It's not like it's the bad things. It's not like the worst thing because we're still not there yet. And I will say to you again, my deal. First round pick for Anderson, for the Calgary Flame pick, and I don't give you anything in return. Like exactly what Calgary did with Monahan for the Montreal Canadiens. You're absolutely right about this. And 26. That's good for the Chicago Blackhawks. I would take the risk if I'm Chicago because I can pick number 12. I can pick number 11. Or I can pick number 26 or 27, depending on the Cal Flame. And Anderson on my lineup right now, until Bedard, Celebrini, or any Demidov, whatever they're going to get, getting better. Not a problem with that part. Imagine if I have Anderson as 11 round pick. And the playoff, you cannot rely on the winning game 7-5. Edmonton defense is very suspect. That's a great point, Roy, because the performance of the goaltender is still not there yet. While Butch Bouchard is in the house. But this is the hope and our tap of the Montreal Canadiens staff management. And 26, the way he's thinking is useless. I don't know what the Montreal are thinking that way. I don't have no answer about that part over there. I just feel what I'm disagree with N26 is to don't pay anything to leave Anderson out. I will not pay a first round pick to put Anderson out. This is where I disagree with him. That's what I make the proposal on the other way. I try to go with your opinion and try to go around and not disagree with him. Where I said is not what he said is bad. What I've tried to go is to thinking, okay, what it can help in a Montreal Canadian. How will do that way? That's what I'm. We negotiate or we talk each other. Use trade Weber contract with multiple years remaining without retaining. If he can do that, that he should be able to down Anderson. Now, to do that, N26, Anderson have to be a long-term injury reserve. The only way they accept the deal for Weber is because he was not going to play any game in NHL. They can use that players to put on the long-term injury reserve that open up more money on the salary cap at the end of the day. N26. Maurice Anderson was, but watch what he will do to redeem himself. Like Gallagher, they have pride in their blood. Right this season, right off. Great point about that, Maurice. To become a husband, is it going helping Anderson to become better in hockey player? I don't know, but I'm sure he wants to be ready next year because this would be just a bad year overall for him. The time we tell us. Patrick is in the house. Hi, Patrick. Lost my bet tonight. No, he's a winning side in Artap because both teams on the road win the game tonight. So there's a good point for him. So overall, guys, if you look about what happening after day 5, I believe, in the playoffs, Saturday, Monday, Sunday to Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 6 days now in the playoff. You have net domination of different series, 3-0. Rangers could reach that level tomorrow night. And then you have the Vegas and Dallas could become 3-0 also. And then you have the middle of 1-1. And each team have 1-1. You have a team dominate more. But obviously, they could not capitalize and to take the lead 2-0. You have team win at home, two game, and a team split at home. So it's not over yet. It's going to be a long series for Finland. I think Colorado and Winnipeg could be all the way to 6-7. I said Vancouver and Nashville. Vancouver, the hope is to win one game in Nashville and bring back advantage of the eyes of the best of the three after that, and Demko return between the pipe for them. Toronto hope Nylander come back in the lineup to take to tie the series 2-2, and then the Kings try to win at least one game at home and maybe two. Edmonton hope Skinner have a better performance on the road. But the time will tell us what happening tonight for them. And we have a little bit, a few more minutes, guys. If you have any question you want to sharing, we want to talk about the NHL draft, we want to talk about everything, ask me question. I'm still here for a couple more minutes. If not, we're going to unplug the show tonight. Like everybody, it's been late night for most of you. Paris Lavallée, Luc Lafortune, Marco talk about this and our tap. The people follow the game very closely, H series, and they're still awake until 1 o'clock. But tonight, we have an opportunity for you guys on the Eastern time to go to bed early. And that would take advantage of that because we are back this weekend with late game. All right, beat Doug tomorrow. Spending the weekend with my cat. Take care. All right, Sébastien. I hope Willander and Nylander come back too. Shucks. Here we go. Patrick on the wrong side. That on Beyond. Beyond is for me always been at the top 10. But I think the last couple of months in our top, Beyond, first of all, have an amazing, great World Championship with Team USA. They have an amazing, great run with Denver. I would say to you from February to the championship. Other people talk Dickinson, Jan Rinchuk, talk about Zaliev, Levchinov, Tarek, right? Talk about 6 fun players now. And people forget a lot about Beyond behind that. And I think Beyond could be at the top 8 in NHL. Can he become better at Dickinson and Levchinov? Not sure. But I think he's on the same conversation after that. Tier 2 on the defenseman like Saliev. I believe Yaremchuk in our top, he dropped a little bit. I think Parek, Biom, and Saliev are the second tier behind Dickinson and Levchinov. So, but you're going to get a solid defenseman when you get him. Have a good night, Jan. Hockey team is built on talent, scouting the character of the player on the U team. Management, a coach have to listen and fill the dressing room. True hockey will always glue and fluidity. Yeah, I agree on point about that. Boston Roger in 6 games. Maurice, good comments, by the way. Larry, but I enjoyed this room and I'm retired. Larry, well done. Roy, do you think that Demidov a real draft option? Another year of the aircraft carrier, but it's that trend. It's a trend between Demidov, the goaltender, Fedorov, and Demidov or Michkov. Demidov is maybe the best brute talent on the NHL Draft 2024. That's what Demidov is. Which team are going to take a chance on Demidov? Last year, Mishkov dropped all the way to 7. Can Chicago take a chance? San Jose, Anaheim, Columbus. And then after that is Montreal. And then after that, you have the Coyotes, Ottawa, Calgary. I feel it's going to be a top 5. That will help in the Montreal Canadiens. But here's a real deal. This is the deal you can get. Great point. N26, game number 4. They have to win that game. Not a problem. Abination. As I agree with you, Maurice. Been in Florida for many years, watching the game late and talk with you guys late the night has been my routine for 2 years. Now, live here in Thailand is very different. Wake up the morning early, talk about the game until 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock, and then after that, my routine completely changed here. But I'm not complaining. I still have the rest of the day to enjoy to do other things. If the Montreal Canadiens waiting for Fowler, 2 or 3 years start next year. Another year NCAA. He's going to be in the Laval Rocket, and then after that with Montreal Canadiens. This is the path, I believe. Now, on the process of that, Roger, it could go and changing different things. But so far, I think that will be the right thing for him. Have a good night, George. Look about Askarov. Askarov been 2 years now in the American Hockey League. He dominate. And now it's time for him maybe to join the National Playoffs next season. Well said. Same situation. Kozak a little bit longer. So for me, I'll leave you an exception, and Fowler is not an exception yet. So 1 more year NCAA, 1 year Laval, and he should reach the Montreal Canadiens after that. Now, during the time, how is progression? I don't know. And how is going to be Primo Montembeault? I don't know. So maybe one of the two, Primo Montembeault, can be low, can be dropped, or they cannot perform the level they was expect, and Fowler go all the way up quicker. But this is the path, I believe, Roger. Have a good night, Mr. George Doucette. Thanks to be with us again. Would Gordon pick Dimitrov? I would be really shocked it's happening, Abination, but you never know. It's not hope, Roy. Dimitrov and Michkov is going to join the NHL at some point. Now, is it at 22, 23, 24? We have no problem. Those players are going to play with an NHL. They are the exception. They are talented, brut, talented players. I don't have no problem with that. It's the team. Can they wait another 4 years? Jeremy, hate those playoffs. Thanks for the likes. No watch for me since today. It's a Parek and the under 18 tournament. No, is not. Now, I said that with precaution. I did not see his name on the lineup today. Sheffer, Illich, Muse, Marilli, Atchison, Brunick, Gill are the roster for UAT. By the way, so that's happening for them. Good question. That made me thinking. One of the app don't play Abination. Marissa, I love it. Coach will donate donation shortly. Not a problem, Marissa. Email me. I'm going to talk to you about that. What about 26, 27? Yeah, that's the time. That will be 3 years. Now, he negotiates his contract right now. So it'll be interesting how many years he's going to get from CSKA. And from that, I think he's going to be returned after that. Well said, Marissa. Great point, Deuce, about that. Langstrom, can he be number 5? Yes, he can be there. Um, you have Celebrini, and then you have fun defensemen, Lushanov, Dickinson, right? Um, some put Langstrom lower. Um, it all depends who is in front of Montreal Canadiens. So it's Chicago, San Jose. And the key behind that, Deuce, is really Dimitrov. If you look about what the people thinking as a scout, a prospect, they feel like it's going to be Celebrini, Dimitrov, Langstrom. This is the 3 top players for what they expect to be. But can Dimitrov get out of the top 5? And can Langstrom become? I think the Columbus is really the team, or is really a team are looking maybe to have Langstrom, in my opinion. I think the number 1 will be Celebrini. I think they're going to get 2 defensemen after that. He's going to Lishanov, Dickinson. And then you have Dimitrov and Langstrom. Can Dimitrov be number 2, 3, and 4? I'm not sure about that. But if it's not there, Dimitrov, I expect Langstrom to be one of the top 4. And if not, now Montreal number 5, if everybody I'm talking about, it will be like this, right? The number, the pick, and the number of the team select at the position. Now you're going to see Montreal Canadiens have a chance between Dimitrov or Langstrom. Are you going to go with Catton, Ezerman, or Iginla? Or a defenseman? Now, we don't know yet. But this is what my expectation. If Langstrom go top 5, is because Dimitrov is going to be available for the Montreal number 5. I'll be shocked to see 1, 2, 3, and 4, and you have 2 forward, 3 forward out. For that, how much will Sarkozy get new contract? Roger, we still have 1 year to go, right? I think Montreal Canadiens are going to wait a little bit longer to see his development next year. It's a little bit a risk, but at the end of the day, it's not a big risk. Why? Because if you have a good year, he's going to get about $8 million. If you have an average year, that gave Montreal Canadiens more leverage to get a better contract against Sarkozy. The key behind that, I would say to you, Roger, is more about the longer of the contract. Is it 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, or 8 years? As friend players, as friend way. Some players sign a long contract. Zuski Caulfield, Jack Hughes, Robert Thomas, Kiro, Peterson just did it, right? But you have a player like Quinn Hughes, Jacob Robinson, Matthews did it. Go with a short contract, and then after that, they get a longer contract. So this is where, and then when you have a contract like 3 years, the value of the contract increasing. So it's really hard to tell you the right things. I hope it would be around $7.5 million like Caulfield is his key. And the time will tell us. A great question. Yeah, the only thing I would say N26, for what I heard, the yen can shock drop a little bit on the draft pick. Why? Because it looked like Perek, he picked it up more. And so if you think about this, if Dimitrov and Langstrom is out, right? N26, yeah, Celebrini, Dimitrov, and Langstrom out. You have one defenseman will be out. Is it Lushanov or Dickinson? I feel if one of the two are out, Dickinson is the left defenseman, understand. But if Lushanov is up, number 5, I think he go over Perek. That's my assumption. Now, if I can use and I get that players, now maybe you decide, you know what, we get Dickinson, Now we have on the table a trade for Gaden Cooley to go another pick at number 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and to get another good forward there. This is just projection. But as a GM, you have to see all the options when you go on the at the draft. If this scenario works and you have that, it's a great point about this N26. Because now Montreal Canadiens have other options, but they need to add a forward and NHL draft this year, at least top 15, and to get a defenseman also. But we'll see. Good point, coach. All I know is whatever we do, we cannot pick another forward under 6 foot. We already have Cole in the top 6. We cannot have another. Great point about this, dudes. Behind that, dudes, I would just said you can add a 5'11" example, and the guy can be a playmaker in your team. Look what happened with Zuski at 5'11". But you would prefer to get a Langstrom at 6'3", example, right? You prefer to have maybe a 6-foot player, but really a lot of grit and talented, skilled players. But yes, we cannot get another 5'9" players for sure. Is Cole Caulfield is a top 4? Right now, he is. A forward, a defenseman. So again, the speculation can use. I wouldn't be surprised he goes that direction. Now he can be a little bit more careful and trade the Winnipeg Jet pick. Okay, so what happening is not trade Cooley, right, to get pick number 13, but he can pick Winnipeg Jet with another players and to have a package deal and to get a young prospect in NHL. Last year, a top 9. Last year, they get Alex Newhook. Do they have an NHL player like them? Or they say, you know what, we keep Winnipeg Jet and maybe sign a Chandler Stephenson, a Sean Monahan, or maybe risk Jonathan Marchessault for 2 years, 3 years. The scenario, guys, are crazy. Start next week. We're going to have 1 or 2 shows per week, a clipped video, me, Marco, and Artap, talking about all the proposals Montreal Canadiens on the trade market, on the NHL prospect pick for Montreal Canadiens, and as a UFA. Every clip of 10 minutes are going to be on one subject, and we talk each other, and we propose, and we talk. So don't miss. This is a new series going to be out starting next week. I agree with you about this, Abination. So, guys, we passed the time tonight, and hopefully you enjoyed the special edition of the Habs and Hockey Nation live show tonight. We did it because it was only 2 games in NHL. We're going to repeat that exercise the next couple of days. We're going to be back tomorrow night at 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. I maybe pop up a little bit earlier. We're going to do the game live stream, play-by-play commentary between the Colorado Avalanche and the Winnipeg Jets. I wish this game would be a little bit earlier, but it is what it is. And then the next day, Saturday night, Toronto Maple Leafs, Boston Bruins, game number 4. Don't miss it. We'll be live at 7 o'clock p.m. What a great show tonight, guys. We want to say thank you so much for all the moderators and Artap, Ron, and Luciano. Roger Calabro at the scoreboard update. All of you have click on the likes to be a part of the show. A lot of returner tonight. I love to see Stu Pirasso in the house. Maurice Robillard return tonight. Many others with great conversation. N26, Royal Camping comments tonight. Abination, and many others, guys. Willie Snyder, he did it also. And I can go all the way. You know who you are. We said thank you so much to be with us every single night. And again, we appreciate you take a time to be with us. Until next time, my friend, one thing we know, We know this.
You are awesome.
Because you are.
You are amazing.
Always been.
You are the best. And remember, you have greatness inside of you.
This is a show of greatness. That's why you are belong to be with us. What a great night entertaining, guys. It was a pleasure to be with us, with you. And don't forget, be well, be healthy, be helped. Find a way not only to dominate your day, but find a way to dominate the first half of what? Patrick Leblanc said 2024. What a great night of hockey talking tonight, guys. I appreciate the Hockey Nation show and the Habs Nation when we tell you one more thing. We love you, people. Have a great night, everybody. Sweet dream. And I can wait to see you tomorrow night, 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. See you. Until then. Booyah!